Hello, I'm Aubrey Cramer from the Ethical Trade Alliance. I'd like to talk to you today about two new standards created by our organisation for corporate social responsibility and sustainable procurement. Now, the format for this presentation is question and answer. And naturally, if you have more questions, please reach out to us on ethicaltradealliance.org. So what does the Ethical Trade Alliance do? Well, we have a twofold mission. First, we help organisations implement corporate social responsibility practices by providing recognition of compliance through auditing, provenance, and related products and services on our platform. Second, we help consumers by leveraging innovative technology to help them make informed choices about the organisations they buy from and the products and services they purchase from these organisations. So where did the Corporate Responsibility Standard and Sustainable Procurement Standards come from? Well, the primary source material for these two standards come from the United Nations Guiding Principles, or UNGPS, on business and human rights. Now, these guiding principles are the result of several decades of the United Nations efforts to create a global human rights standard for businesses. They were developed by the Special Representative of the Secretary General, John Ruggie. The UNGPs are widely regarded to be an authoritative standard on businesses and the human rights responsibilities. They were informed by a substantial research and consultation process with input from governments, businesses, civil society, and communities affected by business activities. Furthermore, they were unanimously endorsed by the United Nations Human Rights Council in June of 2011 and have been since relied upon by businesses and industry associations. The UNGPs consist of 31 principles clarifying the duties and responsibilities of states and corporations regarding human rights in the context of business activities. They're organised according to the UN's Protect, Respect and Remedy framework. The state's duty to protect rights is found in Principles 1 through 10, the corporate responsibility to respect human rights, Principles 11 through 24, and access to remedy for victims of business-related abuses, Principles 25 to 31. It's important to understand that the UNGPs did not create new legal obligations. Instead, they clarified and elaborated on the content and implications of relevant provisions of existing international human rights standards. Currently, we are seeing the elements of the UNGPs increasingly reflected in domestic laws that regulate business activities. And please note that the corporate social responsibility and the sustainable procurement standards reflect Principles 11 to 24 of the UNGPs. Now, why were these two UNGP-based standards developed in the first place? To be clear, compliance with the UNGPs is not policed by states or the United Nations, and there's no recognised single global solution that certifies compliance to the UNGPs. In response to that, ETA has developed a solution that addresses some of the compliance concerns of the UN, governments and organisations, including policing and oversight. Now remember though, compliance with the CSRS2020 standard remains voluntary. Costs. We've developed a low-cost yet robust method for demonstrating compliance through simplified audit criteria and automated administration. Compliance recognition and coordination. Compliance to the standard is administered by an increasing number of industry associations and chambers of commerce globally. Consumers, including the public and governments, will both feel confident that they're making a difference by supporting certified organisations. Most importantly, organisations will find that unethical trading is reduced and in some cases could cease altogether. What areas of commitment are covered under these two standards? Well, the Corporate Social Responsibility and Sustainable Procurement Standards were created to help organisations of all types and sizes have a simplified and standardised way to incorporate the UNGPs into their business practices. The standards feature the following areas of commitment: modern slavery, bribery, conflict, animal welfare, environment, and occupational health and safety. Now, organisations may be certified to any or all of these areas of commitment. So why should your organisation be interested in the UNGP and these two standards? Well, here are three reasons. Responsibility and risk management. Organisations have a responsibility for impacts on the natural and human environment and the unintended consequences of their actions. Increased awareness allows companies to proactively manage and minimise risk. Number two, pressure from public, customers and employees. With increasing public awareness and regulations, organisations must show they're doing their part and are being accountable for the impact their business has on the world. Irresponsible business practices have negative ramifications on reputation, profits, employee satisfaction, and many other important indicators, both seen and unseen. Number three, legal obligations. non-compliance with legal requirements can bring legal implications, including fines, loss of business, and even jail terms.